there is a new protocol in town, and it's called WebTransport. So the first question is this the end of WebSockets? Let's find out. Guys, if you're new here, I discuss backend engineering and anything related to the backend, and that includes communication protocol. So if you like this content, subscribe, hit that like button, and do all that stuff. Let's just jump into it. So, guys, WebSocket. For the longest time, we have been using WebSockets since its emergence, and it was designed to use the restrictive web model that we have and build a two-way communication between a client and server, because we didn't have that. Client and server on top of the HTTP protocol always request response. You make a request, get, post, and then you wait or asynchronously wait, and then you get a response. But we don't have a way for the server to send us information after which the client has requested some piece of content, right? We don't have this bi-direction. We want to build chatting app. We want to build gaming app. So people, smart people from the IETF sat down and built the WebSocket protocol, and I made a video, many videos about it. Check out the playlist right here if you want to learn more about it. But I've been browsing the RFCs and following some people on Twitter, and I've learned about a new protocol called WebTransport, and it does exactly the same thing. So the first thing that came to my mind, why do we need a new protocol if there is an existing one that does exactly that? That means there are some limitations that we don't know about in WebSockets. Well, some of them we knew about, some of them we just not things that you and I run into day-to-day basis. That's a critical thing, by the way, guys. There are problems with everything in the world. That sounds very political. There are problems with every protocol, with every technology. It's just, do you have that problem or not? That's the question you should ask yourself. So regardless, so WebSocket had problems, and I'm going to discuss some of these problems in a minute. So what are the limitations of the WebSocket protocol? So the first one that comes to mind is the head of line blocking at the TCP layer, right? Because that's the same problem that we have with HTTP2. I talked about that right here. But in a nutshell, let's say you're sending an image, and that's a large image, and that you want to use the WebSocket protocol to send that image. And if you want to do that, that means you have to break that image into small pieces of data, and then you stuff this, well, with a client, the WebSocket client will stuff this into a WebSocket message, and that basically means it has headers, add its own WebSocket protocol stuff, and then these will be shipped. So that means this is now just a WebSocket message. It doesn't know it's picture, right? So if you send now normal WebSocket traffic, like, I don't know, chat or hi or hello in the same WebSocket connection, then in the TCP stack, this hi might be blocked because all of this image has to be reassembled. Why? Because we're using the TCP protocol, and the order of the segments or the packets that we receive must be honored. And as a result, if you have semantic or use cases where the order doesn't matter, like, I don't care if the picture was, or the hi received before the picture, I don't care. Of course, whatever received first, please show it to my client, to my destination, right? That's the problem of the WebSocket. And you might say, Hussein, I'm just gonna solve this by creating multiple WebSocket connections, one for file transfer, one for chat, and that's exactly what Discord uses. Actually, we talked about that a little bit. So that's a kind of a workaround. So that's what FTP uses as well. If you think about it, FTP has like dual channel, where some channel for the data transfer, I believe. I'm not a networking engineers, please correct me if I say something stupid, but there's two channels, one for just metadata and one for the actual data, so that they don't have this blocking problem that you have, right? So that's one problem. Another problem is, and this might not be a problem for you and I, but the client must initiate the connection. Well, we said, duh, of course, client has to initiate the connection. That's how things work. That's why to avoid all the natting problems or security, that client has to initiate the connection. Maybe, but the server cannot send any information without the client awareness. HTTP push tried to do something like that by creating a new stream, and then the server creates a new stream and then push content to the client. It wasn't successful. Chrome actually removed it. Check out the video here, right? So the server can't have a way to establish a unique, let's say, channel to the client and send it some own information without having the client to communicate to it first. So that's missing in WebSocket. So this new protocol called WebTransport tries to address these problems, and it comes in 3 flavors. Actually, I was surprised. So the first flavor is WebTransport on top of HTTP2. So they took this protocol and they made it on top of HTTP2 now, right? And I'm going to make a dedicated video about WebTransport, but this is in a nutshell. So you can do WebTransport on top of HTTP2. That's interesting. By the way, you can do WebSockets on top of HTTP2. I'm going to talk about it in another video, right? So that's nothing fancy here. It's just compatibility, I guess. They made WebTransport on top of HTTP3. So quick, HTTP3 and quick. And the final one, which is my favorite, they made WebTransport on top of quick. You might say, Hussein, isn't that the same thing as HTTP3? No. This is great for people who don't want the bloat of HTTP, like database people. They don't like that. I don't like your stupid headers that you have, HTTP guys. I want to tap into the raw protocol, which is quick. I still need to make a video about quick. Sorry about it, guys. I talked about it many times in the channel, but in general, it's just very similar to HTTP2. It's just they moved it down to layer 4, which is beautiful. Right, so now you can essentially use the WebTransport to create streams. You communicate through streams, and we'll come to the details. Will that address most of the needs? Will that solve these WebSocket problems? Are these even problems? To me, I don't think they are. But again, this WebTransport thing might in the future replace WebSockets. But I don't think the problems of WebSockets are severe enough for users like you and I to consider switching protocols, because we just got used to it. WebSocket is great. The idea of having streaming, though, through WebSockets, like stream video or content, this thing, if they did it right, again, this is all under draft. Nothing is finalized. It's fresh protocol. So if they did it right, you can essentially use this WebTransport to transfer video, content, stream audio without having the headline blocking. So it's just like this be streaming nicely. It's a stream of data, and the client will just take it as is. So and since we're using UDP, specifically in HTTP3 and quick, you don't have the problem of head of line blocking TCP. It will not be treated as packets that have to be blocked and sequenced. No, that would be really powerful. Yeah, again, we'll have to wait and see. There was a meeting with the IETF that I attended. I just watched the live stream, not part of it. But it was interesting, the way they broke this into three parts. I don't see the value of WebTransport, to be honest, in HTTP2, because that's just TCP, that's just the same problem with head of line blocking. So what's the value of making the effort to build that protocol with HTTP2 when you can just focus on HTTP3 and quick? But that's just me. I don't think there's value to do that, right? Because WebSocket works with HTTP2. Right? it works as a tunnel, and I'm gonna make a video about that in details in the future. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave the question to you. Do you think WebTransport will replace WebSockets at all, and all other platforms, and when it comes to web transport or other protocols in the future? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna see you on the next one. You guys stay awesome. Goodbye.